back in the shop. Second video on the viola. And if you guys been watching this, you know I changed my mind 1,000 times and I did again. And the whole reason is because Saturday I went up and met a subscriber of mine, Matt, and he gave me some wood. And I think I showed the wood in one of my videos. But I cut the wood out for the viola here. And I was going to make this out of junk wood. Just, I don't know why, but I changed my mind. This is going to be a first-rate, top-class viola. And I cut the slabs, or the sides. I still have to scrape them down in that, but they came out really nice. And this is the mahogany, African mahogany. And it's got like bloodlines through it, and it's beautiful. And mahogany is a really great tone wood. And this is going to make an outstanding instrument. And let's talk a little bit about this journey from violins to violas and that. I started out just tinkering, and I thought, well, why don't I try making a violin? So I did, and I progressed, and to be honest, I think I'm getting fairly decent at it. And it's all because the people I've met in this journey. Now, the number one person is Danford in Maine. He reached out to me early on, and he guided me through many, many mistakes and everything. And he even came to my shop twice, and his help, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for him. And there's just numerous other people that have come along, and all through the internet. There's a guy in Indonesia. There was a guy in Iran. I don't know if he's still there, but he was very helpful. There's a gentleman in Michigan that was helpful early on, and it's great to have people backing you up. And I hope if one of you guys is trying to build a violin and you need some help, reach out. I'll be glad to give you at least what I know, and maybe that'll help you. But I know the people who reached out to me helped me tremendously. And there's one lady who even made a film about my violin. And I'll put a link to that on the bottom comments, or it'll be on the bottom page somewhere. But check it out. It's a pretty neat video, I think. And that got me started in a whole nother thing. In Africa, there's a violin in Africa, and it's been a fun ride. So without any further ado, let's get back to making a viola. So what I've been doing, I had to make a mold, and you all know that you got to make a mold. So I made the mold for a 16-inch instrument, and the next thing you do is you have to have the blocks, and the mold holds the blocks that you can apply the ribs to, and you have to, that's what helps you bend them around, and that and some heat and that. But each block here has to be a certain dimension, and I have my dimensions here that for this instrument, and basically I measure them. Like this bottom block here has to be 40 millimeters high. So that'll eventually be glued in temporarily. And now I know I've talked bad about Titebond hide glue, but I still have some, and I don't want to waste it. So what I use it sparingly on different things. And one of the things I use, I'll put a little dab here and glue it there, and then when I need to break the ribs off the mold, I just tap it and it breaks. So it worked good for that. But otherwise, use the regular hot hide glue. But each one of these are different. And on this instrument, the bottom is 40 and the top is 37 millimeters because the body slants like that. It's only 3 millimeters, but it makes a difference. And then these are 39, 38, 37 for the top. I don't know if I said that. Might have said 37 for the top and 40 for the bottom. But what I do next is I glue these on and let that sit for a day. And then I have a pattern that, let me go get the pattern and show you. This is the pattern, and actually I'll flip this over and then I can line it up, and then I draw the outline on the blocks, and then eventually I'll cut them, and that'll give me the shape of the violin. So fairly straight, simple, and just takes time, and just make sure you're on your lines, and it should work. And that's all I got right now. And check that video out. I'll put the link on the bottom. I'm not savvy enough to be able to just post it. And but the lady who made it is Pauline Greenlick, and excellent filmmaker, if I don't say so myself. So I'll talk to you all later. Thanks.